What it do? What's poppin', my people? What it do with the crew? We in the building. We here to stay. All the motherfucking haters can hate the way. Wagwan, the small space. Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? What it do? Yo, Ed, hit up my Instagram, man. I don't know if you got Instagram, but this is my Instagram. Hold on. I won't be coming on here speaking nothing crazy. Hit my Instagram. Hold on. I think I know. I'm not sure who this is, but this is my Instagram. Send me a message, all right? All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Hot Shot Radio Show. It's good to see everybody, man. Oh, it's been a long week. It's always been a long week, man. It's just never easy. It's always a little exhausting, and it's a lot going on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and the celebrity world. We're back with another show. I want to hurry up and come back on here to address something that I pretty much stated on the last live. So on the last live, we spoke about Derrick Jaxn. Let me see if I pull him up right now. Derrick Jaxn. I never really even watched this dude before I spoke on this dude. That's my fault. Hold on. So I ain't know shit about Derrick Jaxn. All I knew was that Tasha K was in his business. And the last live video that I did was discussing Tasha K and her disgusting behavior. So in the last video, I pretty much told Tasha K to get her fat, nasty nose out of Derrick Jaxn business. It was all because of what the topic was. The show was on Tasha K. Part of it was on Tasha K and all that other stuff. So it wasn't. It didn't really have nothing to do with defending this man on the screen. I do not support Derrick Jaxn. I didn't support him before. I don't support him now, and I won't support him ever. All right. I just wanted to make that clear. Um, what up, Christina? What up, Pamela? Her was good, Queen. My small space and everybody else, Ed, Ravenna, Taz and Donna, Queen Love, Travel Jet Setter 87, everybody else in the building. Shout out to you guys. So yeah, I was never ever defending this man's actions. Now I bring this back up because it was brought to my attention by one of my closest followers, that it could have came off the wrong way. Like, yo, hot shot. And this is why I love constructive criticism, especially when it comes from people that have your best interest at heart. You take the criticism a lot more smoother, easier, and it's more acceptable. It's more legit, it's more genuine. My Yo, y'all hear me? All right, we back. We back. My small space. I never watched the man really to know what he's really about and all that. So when I spoke on him, it really wasn't even to defend him or to trash him or nothing like that. It was just more so speaking on Tasha and the fact that Tasha be having her nose in everybody's business. I say that to say I do not support this man's antics. I do not support his infidelity. I do not support the way he misled his followers, his supporters. I feel like if you stand by something, it's like me. For example, let me put me as an example. Now, this is not to say that people don't deserve a second chance. By all means, um, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, I can't come here and defend victims, right? I can't come on my platform and defend victims and then go out there into the world and victimize people or assault people. So if you using your platform to give relationship advice, to be a public figure, or to be a role model for people in relationships and try to guide them in the right path, but you out here fucking up fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I said, that just don't go. It's not right. It's not right either way you put it. Now, what I said on my last live was Tasha K stay out this man business. If his wife accept him, then it is what it is. Let her accept him. Now, where I feel like this couple went wrong is the fact that, first of all, everything that they've been saying that I've been seeing, I haven't seen much because, like I said, I didn't watch this guy. I don't watch him now, and I don't think I'll ever watch him. I don't care to. But what I've seen so far is a whole bunch of scriptures. They're using the scriptures for their defense. They're using God's scriptures for their defense. They're also really scripted when they're using the scriptures. What I mean by that is you could tell they reading this shit off of some piece of paper. Like, it's not genuine. He pretty much prepped her. He vetted her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he prepped her for what she was going to say next. And what I want to say is she should have stood off the internet after that. After you gave that, one announcement or explanation or fake apology, whatever it was, y'all should have stayed off the internet for a while. A lot of people are angry. A lot of people are mad with you, Derrick. If your wife wants to accept the abuse and try to move forward, that's on her. That's on you guys. Listen, more power to you guys. But what I'm saying is you can't be out here deceiving people, giving false advice, misleading your own community, and then expect to be accepted and welcomed with open arms. Once again, that's just not how this shit works. That's not how the game go. All right. That is not how the game go, Derrick. You got life fucked up, homie. I'm gonna drop the invite link. Just in case anybody want to come up here on the panel and share some insight, we are going to be talking about KERRION Franklin, Kirk Franklin, and all that other stuff in a minute. I'm going to drop the link for those of you that want to chime in. Listen, we respect all point of views on this platform. If you have a difference of opinion, that's fine, as long as it's respectful, it's humble, and it's genuine. And tell me why. Let's tell each other why we have a difference in opinion. Let's make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's come to an understanding. And if we got to choose to agree to disagree, that's fine too. But listen, that's a fact. That's a fact. My bad. I had to get my little drink on. All right. So I say that to say this. I do not support Derrick. What him and his wife is doing seems staged. And I feel like, listen, you owe your fans an apology, a big, sincere apology that's not staged, that's coming straight from the heart. You use the scriptures a lot. Let this come from your God-given heart and soul. All right, Derrick? With that being said, all the best to you guys, man. It has nothing to do with me. You dig? But yeah, we're gonna take them off the screen and we're gonna get into the whole KERRION Franklin situation. All right. I know Armand Wiggins is doing a show currently, which is why I'm on here a little late, because he's interviewing the person accusing or alleging that KERRION Franklin is gay. It's the person we all heard on the audio. I was over there pretty much calling that person out. I caught that person on a lot of suspicion. The person looks like a mess when it comes to the story. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why this person look a mess. First of all, this dude CJ, right? That's interviewing right now. He's the one that was on a audio talking about calling KERRION girl, shut up, girl, shut up, girl. That's CJ. What up, Tanisha? So CJ is claiming that KERRION is gay and KERRION flirted with him. They didn't sleep together, but they flirted. Listen, a lot of people was claiming a lot of things about KERRION. He has said something. What I've noticed about KERRION, what I could say I've noticed and I feel, allegedly, that he will troll motherfuckers right back. He's been getting trolled, bullied, belittled, slandered, discredited, shamed, victimized, and all the above. You name it. He's been going through all that on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, social media, period. And it's not fair for victims to have to go through this type of abuse or any abuse, period. If we know he's a victim, let me tell you something, first of all. I don't think I know a man in this world that would purposely want to come out into the world and tell everybody he's been sexually assaulted by another man, especially that other man being his dad, if it's a lie. I don't know no man that's going to bring that lie up. You could tell me about any other lie. Maybe he's lying on this. Maybe he's lying on that. Maybe he's... And no, he hasn't confirmed that the person he's referring to is Kirk Franklin yet. But if you watch the live that I posted up before this live, I mean, it's not a live. If you watch his live video on Instagram that I posted up, he subliminally says a lot of shit. Really, read between the lines. He subliminally says a lot of shit. We're gonna get into the next part, which I haven't posted yet. I posted a part 1. I'm gonna post a part 2 because I recorded about an hour and a half long of his live. So we're gonna review the second part of KERRION's live today. What up, Midnight? What's going on, Queen? So a person like KERRION is getting a whole lot of backlash. He's getting held, drugged, crucified on the internet. Know what I mean? Crucified, right? Of course. His dad is Kirk Franklin. His dad is Kirk Franklin. Like, what can we expect? Of course they're going to crucify him. Of course. You know how many people grew up on Kirk Franklin music? You know how many people praise Kirk? You know how many churches have welcomed Kirk into their administration, into their association, to their Congress? Yo, listen, Kirk is loved by a big population of different communities, a big population of different communities. So when it comes to somebody like KERRION speaking out on Kirk, of course, most of the world is going to say KERRION is lying. KERRION has issues. KERRION's on drugs. KERRION wants clout. KERRION is gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the list goes on. Check out how many people have attacked KERRION's character, but no one has gotten to the bottom of why he's claiming what he's claiming. Nobody. All these people accusing him. Nobody's saying, yo, KERRION, but why would you even say somebody sexually assaulted you? And why would you even make it seem like you referring to your dad? And if it's not your dad, why wouldn't you say that? Exactly, Pamela. Exactly. He said his mom has not reached out in years, and neither has his dad. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck. I probably won't be able to, yeah, I probably won't be able to show y'all the video right now. I will have to upload it after this live because I didn't send it to my computer. It's on my phone. So yeah, I probably won't be able to upload it now, but hold on, let me check something out real quick. Hold on. All right, so yeah, we won't be able to show it right now on the live, but I could put the audio so we can hear it. We can hear it. We just can't see it. But we could definitely hear it. So let me see something. Let me see something. All right, so we're gonna play the audio. Since we can't see it, what we'll do is we'll play the audio, and then we'll just go to KERRION's Instagram so you guys can see who we're talking about. Those of you who don't know who Kirk Franklin or Kirk Franklin's son is, you will see right now. Let me see. Hold on. Because his name is something else, I believe, on here. Hold on. Yeah, it's KERRION Rashad. First of all, so no man that I know is going to just come out and say I've been sexually assaulted by another man, unless it's true. And even when it's true, they have a hard time saying they've been sexually assaulted by another man, right? Even when it's true, y'all. A man's gonna have a really hard time admitting that shit. All right, let's just say that. So I'll say that to say this. First of all, why would he be lying? First of all, second of all, the guy CJ that made that audio that secretly recorded KERRION and put the leaked the audio out is saying that he believes KERRION's allegations about possibly Kirk Franklin sexually assaulted him as a kid. He believes it. He says he believes that part of the reason that Kirk or KERRION might be acting the way he's acting now is because he's been sexually assaulted. So if you believe, CJ, that KERRION was sexually assaulted and he's a victim of sexual assault, why would you secretly record him and then put it out and leak it to the internet? You know what I'm saying? And try to get some kind of monetary gain out of this audio, which you had pretty much stated on Armand's show, saying, oh, well, You know, at first I was he said I didn't ask for 37,000, but he didn't say what he asked for either. So we don't know what was the amount you had asked other bloggers to pay you for this audio. Second, you claim that you dug up KERRION's dirt. You dug up his name. You wanted to make sure who he was. He wasn't a criminal. There's that in third because he was being offensive and he was being disrespectful. So you started looking his information. You said prior to that you didn't know who the man was. You didn't know that Kirk Franklin was his father and he was a celebrity child, which I feel like is utter bullshit, CJ. Secondly, if you found out that this is Kirk Franklin's son, why would you record this man and then leak the audio? It was clearly a clout chase move. And then you're calling him all types of gays and females. You definitely seem like a clout chaser. You seem bitter. You seem like a bitter ex-chick. I mean, now, hold on, because I'm not done. I'm not done. Hold on. All right. So, Kirk Franklin says he's been a problem child for years. Yeah, he probably has been. What up, Hollywood teaser? What up, Tiff West? He probably has been a problem child. But let me say this, man. When children are born, are raised with some kind of mental or physical, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, they come out having problems in the future. They got side effects. They not all the way 1,000% regular. So, what up, Naya? A lot of motherfuckers is quick to say, well, he got problems. He seemed like he's on drugs. He's this. He's that. He's a liar. But no one ever gets down to the root cause of things. Just like Whitney Houston, when she died. And people started saying that she was sacrificed, especially when we found out that her daughter died the same way. A year later, was it? A year or two later? The first thing people started saying, well, Whitney was a crackhead. Whitney was a crackhead. What the fuck does that have to do with her getting killed in a hotel where people are celebrating her death underneath that hotel in the ballroom scenery where awards are given out? Poor Whitney's drowned in her bathtub in her hotel room. But the first thing motherfuckers said was she's a crackhead. She did coke. But no one asked themselves, why the fuck did she do drugs? Exactly, Keza. I be knowing that Illuminati shit, but that's why YouTube got me shadow banned right now, because YouTube don't want me speaking on this Illuminati shit. But guess what? That was one of the main purposes for building my channel. I just ain't never tell nobody that. We're going to talk about it. Slowly but surely, we're going to talk about it little by little. Raise a glass to that shit. We're going to talk about it. So the first thing people do is they can't take away the lie. So they try to destroy the character. When you can't cover the truth, you destroy the character. You know what I'm saying? You destroy the character. That's just what people that's trying to defend somebody that's guilty of something will do. They'll destroy the accuser's character just so that they can gain some kind of respect from the accused. Recognition, acknowledgement. A lot of content creators do it. When we talk about their faves, they go out their way to make video after video after video to discredit, to shame, to belittle, to slander. They do it all the time. This ain't nothing new, y'all. We've seen this behavior before. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it with Jennifer. We've seen it with other people. We've seen it with a whole lot of people. So I say that to say this. Maybe some of the allegations about KERRION are true. Maybe the man has done a little coke. I'm not saying they are. I don't know if he has. Could be a lie. Maybe he has done meth. Could be a lie. it still does not negate and take away from his allegations of being sexually assaulted as a child. And I feel like Kerrion is a pretty smart dude. Like I feel like he trolls the trolls right back, which makes him seem like a liar. Because then, one time he said, I've never disrespected my dad. I never cursed him out, but on audio we could hear where he's saying, shut the fuck up, or I fucking dare you, or some shit. And then, some people say he was repeating what his dad said. Other people said he was finally lashing out. You know what I'm saying? If he cursed him out once or twice, listen, if you have a disrespectful parent, and you're a grown man and that parent is constantly talking about, I'm going to stick my foot up your skinny ass, then I'm going to tell you, shut the fuck up and do it. Especially if that's what you've been doing since I was a kid. Yes, I'm going to tell you, shut the fuck up and do it. And I do believe in honor thy parent. I do believe in love thy parent. I do believe in all that. But if a parent does not love thy son or thy daughter, how can that daughter show the same love in return if you ain't teach your kid that type of love? How can they reciprocate that love to you? Yeah, he said he never swore on a recording. I heard him say one cuss word. Oh, fucking well, it's not the end of the world. We heard a man like Kirk Franklin, a gospel singer, say a bunch of derogatory shit. A lot of threats. Never in what I have seen, well, I'm not surprised, but never would I have thought that there would be an audio leaked of Kirk Franklin speaking the way he was speaking to his son. But no one will question that. No one. What they'll say, rather, is, Kirk, you had every right to speak to your son that way. This is how every black person speaks to their kid. As if black people don't have no sense. That's a false narrative. That is not how every black person speaks to their kids. That is how a hood motherfucker speak to their kids. It ain't got nothing to do with being black. That's how a hood motherfucker with no common sense, no intellect, no parenting skills will speak to their kid. Now, you do have those parents that will, they're sick and tired of their kids' bullshit and be like, you know what? This is what it is. I tried time and time again with you. I spoke to you in a nice way. I gave you love and care. And you just did not know how to reciprocate that. So fuck you. I'm going to stick my foot up your ass. It still does not negate the fact that Kirk Franklin is held at a higher standard. If you cannot live by your standards and your duties and your job title and your image and your reputation, then you shouldn't be held to that. You shouldn't be respected as such. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't respect you as a gospel singer. We need to throw you in the same bracket as them hood motherfuckers. Because the way you spoke to your kid ain't gospel. It ain't godly. This a grown man talking about you ain't been there for him in years. And when you do reach out, is with this type of behavior. Is with this type of tone. This type of attitude. Now, I believe certain things that are being said about KERRION might be true. Let's just say, worst come to worst, let's just say he did drugs. Let's just say, allegedly. Let's say that is the case. Let's say that's true. He did drugs. Wouldn't you, as a celebrity child, knowing that your parents is more into their business than their love for you, they spend more time with their business, with their friends, with their business partners than they do with their kids, wouldn't you cry out? Wouldn't you, you know what I'm saying? There's a cry for help, and sometimes it's not actually a cry. It's not an actual cry. People cry for help in different ways. And a lot of people in this industry, this diabolic industry, resort to drugs because they have no way out. They don't find an outlet. They don't feel loved. They don't feel like anybody cares. A lot of the times, these celebrity children, they want to make a statement. without making one. They saying so much through their actions because they don't want to say so much through their words. But we never read in between the lines. We always quick to jump and criticize. He looked gay. He looked like he on drugs. He looked like it's sad. It's sad. Thank you, Stasia. And this is how we're supposed to uplift our people. This is how we're supposed to stand up for victims. And this is why a lot of victims don't like to speak half the time. They don't like talking because they've seen it time and time again. They've seen the abuse. They've seen people's reactions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with this mic. I might have to return this shit because I'm not liking what it's doing. But yeah, a lot of people, a lot of victims are scared. Is really scared to speak out because they don't want to get victim shamed. They don't want to be bullied. Look at this man. Look at this. Look at what he's going through. Let's just say he was telling the truth, which I believe him to be doing. I do. Allegedly, but I do. Let's just say he is telling the truth. Why is it okay for all these people that has been bullying him, victim shaming him, slandering him, criticizing him to get away with what they've been doing? Victims shouldn't have to go through that. We need change. It's 2021, people. Why are we allowing this shit? Welcome, Chocolate Bay, to the panel. What's going on, brother? Man, I'm hanging in there, brother, man. How you doing today?
I'm good, and you?
I might, man. Tell me something good. What you got to say about this whole debacle going on right now with Kirk?
I think the narrative, I think you speaking a good talk tonight. I think with our community, especially Black people, I mean, from what I saw, this young man has been through some trauma. I think he was speaking his mind regarding some type of sexual abuse potentially that probably did happen. But for people to cancel him out and try to refute his character, and once they tear down your character, they could put little holes in your story and they try to tear you down and they could tear down your whole story or initiative regarding what happened. But I do think something happened to him. And I think people, it's just sad that they're trying to tear this young Black man down where we could tell something traumatic, some type of experience he encountered as a child did happen. And just because his father is a celebrity, we're supposed to refute that and tear him down and cancel him out? No. But I do think that something serious did happen to him as a child. And it's so sad, even with the recording. I'm the oldest of 6. My parents, my mom, dad has never spoken to me that way. And if they did, it'd be a problem. Like for them to come at me, well, for them to come at him that way, that's just, it was derogatory. I've never, never been spoken to that way, especially by your father. And for people to feel like that's normal. That's not normal for Black people to be like, well, he's an adult, so what? But you don't speak to your child that way. I mean, it's a level of respect, mutual ways, both ways. But to even come to that, that's not a normal occurrence. Like people don't talk to each other like that, especially son and father. No, that's not normal. So for people to feel like, well, he's an adult, so what? But you still don't go that level.
That's absolutely true. I agree. What up, Kai? And listen, if Miss Juicy, what's good, sis? Welcome. If I was Kirk, the first thing I would have said on that recording, well, he didn't know he was recording, which is the good part. He was being recorded. But the first thing I would have said, brother, was, hey, yo, son, yo, carry on. You know I didn't sexually molest you. You know I didn't sexually assault you. You know nobody in the church sexually assaulted you. You know a family friend didn't sexually assault you. What are you talking about? What are these allegations that you're making? We never heard that. We never heard that. So, go ahead.
No, but I was going to say, even in our community, people sweep stuff like that under the rug. I know friends that have, like, they came out in their 40s about being sexually traumatized. Their family told them, we don't talk about that. It's family business. But it's so much trauma and pain in our community where we feel like, many people feel like they can't discuss such topics. We tell them to be quiet, hush up, it's family business. And such could occur to him. And the family could have been like, be quiet. Or they might not even know. But in our community, that's not something that you talk about. Family, they sweep that type of stuff under the rug. So I mean, things could have occurred. Not to mention he had a famous father, so his parents could have been traveling. A pastor could have did it, like a chauffeur. You never know. But I mean, in our community, things like that are recognized, and we're told to keep that in the house. So I mean, they don't know if such could occur, or let's say it did. We could tell that it's an issue going on with this young man, but I mean, the family seems to not even care regarding his pain and suffering.
Absolutely. What up, Tiff West? Was good, Queen? Absolutely, I agree with you. Shout out to you, by the way. Listen, if you guys don't follow Chocolate Bay's Imperial, follow him. He's a friend of the show. He shows his support always. I appreciate it, and I absolutely agree with you. Listen, people are jumping the bandwagon. They jumping the gun just because it's Kirk. And we've heard these stories time and time again, Chocolate, where we got these preachers and pastors and people of high congregations molesting these kids in the churches a lot of the times behind the altar. Like, it's not
and
funny.
As a man, many won't say nothing.
It's funny how
I know I wouldn't say nothing. Yeah.
It's not funny at all. It's just funny how people think when it comes to a celebrity. They feel like, no, this could never be the case. This could never happen. Like, listen, allegedly, if you ask me, I feel like Kirk has had his share of getting down too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that completely.
Allegedly. I'm just saying, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, man. Listen, if you got your son out here going through certain shit, most likely, Kirk, you've been through the same shit, and that's all you know how to teach your kid. You don't know no better.
Yeah, and then I agree. I agree completely. Yeah,
I agree with Miss Tiff West. She says Hollywood is being exposed, and I truly, wholeheartedly believe that this is the year to expose all of these demonic worshiping Hollywood entities, these celebrities that feel like they're above mankind and they're above the law. I feel like there is a big revelation coming. This is the year, the beginning of the end of the revolution of the revelation. Listen, I know a lot of people is a lot to take in. It's big. It's a bigger picture to all this. We have God worshiping people in the world, and we have devil worshiping people in the world. That's just the reality of facts. And the richer you are, the more likely you will be worshiping Satan, because money is the rule of all evil. Number one. Number two, you kind of forget and lose your roots and lose your teachings and your education on God when you are. I can speak from my own experience. I've never lost touch with God. I've always been a believer since a child, since I could remember. But I did have a lot of money at one point. I came across a lot of money at one point in my life. And when I tell you money is the root of all evil, I lost track of the bigger purpose. I lost touch of what I was really here to do. I mean, I could have done so much with the money I came across. I blew it. The devil found a way for me to get rid of that money and not succeed and not prosper. You know what I'm saying? He put the right aces in their places. He put the right demons in my life to distract me. And he did what he did. I say that to say it happens in Hollywood all the time.
I agree. And then the thing too, with people bringing up mental illness, it doesn't negate the fact that he could have experienced some type of abuse. So what does that mean? I mean, people bringing up mental illness, and that means nothing. You could take medication, therapy, and you could live well. That doesn't negate that he's been abused. So people bringing up mental illness that he's had past prior drug use, that means nothing. I mean, people try to tear down your character with one little thing to make it seem so small, or make it seem just not true. But I'm just like, this young man, you could tell that he's experienced some type of trauma. And the thing is, the family don't even give a damn. Like, wow.
I agree. I definitely agree. And it's like, yo, people's like, nah, he's a gospel singer. He's the last person that's going to do something like this. Listen, when people have power, listen, when you got power, fame, and money, you feel like you could get away with murder.
Yeah.
You feel like listen, you could buy the law.
Yeah, and I mean, even Kirk, remember, he said he had a porn addiction. I mean, I'm not saying that he did anything illicit, but come on now, like, money brings options and it brings problems. Like, yo, know what these people out there doing? So I'm just like, well, look, I don't know, you know.
No, that's true. He did have a porn addiction back in the day. He came out on Oprah and spoke on it. Oprah interviewed Kirk back in the day. Y'all go watch that interview. I should play that shit right now, but I don't want to get I don't want to get flagged. But yo, watch that interview, y'all. Like, listen, this is highly weird. It ain't even Hollywood. It's not. These people portray a certain role on camera. They have to live a certain lifestyle on camera. They have handlers. Kirk can't live his lifestyle the way he really want to live it. He can't just walk out on the street and go to the grocery store and get a gallon of milk the way we could. We cannot compare our lifestyles to these people's lifestyles. A lot of people got a whole bunch of what, who's, when, where's, and why's when it comes to KERRION's story, but you can't compare your everyday, regular lifestyle to a celebrity child's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Kirk don't move the way he want to move, not all the time. And let me tell you something. A lot of the time, these people, these A-list celebrities, which I don't think Kirk is no more. He's legendary. He's iconic. I don't think he's an A-list celebrity no more. I feel like the elites, the higher ups, have kind of dropped them lower than, you know, his level of celebrity. And that's probably why they're letting all of this come afloat now. A lot of celebrities have gotten dropped from the brotherhood. They've gotten dropped from the pact that they made. You know what I'm saying?
He don't care. I don't think he even care about establishing a relationship. He's just like, look, I got my money. I could get out of this wiggle room. Still, people support me. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like he don't even care. You know?
I believe that to be true, Keza. I believe that Kirk himself allegedly might have been molested or assaulted sexually as a child. A lot of times, like Chocolate Bay just said, family members sweep this kind of stuff under the rug, especially when there's somebody in the ministry. It's swept, it's covered. Well, don't you dare speak on Uncle Tom because you know he's the pastor of the church and you know how people's gonna feel about that. Whatever happened, this is between me and you. Don't repeat this to nobody. Haven't many of us or heard this or know someone who's been through this? Haven't us? Like, listen, I know many people that have came to me in the past, in the present, friends, strangers. I've seen it happen. I've known people that have told me, listen, watch, I'm not even going to say nothing. You're going to see for yourself. I've been present.
What man, you know?
What man's going to come out and say something so heinous? Like, about his dad, knowing the type of dad he got. Like, come on, your dad's a whole, like, knowing the type of reaction and backlash he's going to get. I just don't think that's something he will make up. Now, y'all could say he lied about other things, and y'all might be right. I'm just saying, when it comes to the sexual assault allegation, I really, really doubt that this man is making that shit up.
Yeah, some go deep, and like stuff like that messes you up forever. You know,
right?
So, I mean, now he'll look cuckoo to people. I could see why. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. And people quick to say, well, he looked like he on drugs. Could you blame him? If he was, I'd probably be on drugs right now. Listen, I'll be on all kinds of drugs. These like, yo, my parents are some real devil worshiping motherfuckers, and they trying to make it like they worship God. Listen, I don't know how to take this. It's a constant spiritual warfare. It will make you lose your mind. If you do not believe in God and you don't know that a devil exists, you can't understand it. You can't even begin to fathom what this man is probably going through. I mean,
getting from nobody. People like, you a liar, you this not true. I'm sure he's getting death threats. Like, I mean, a whole gambit of stuff. The thing is, like, even if he does have a mental illness, that doesn't negate the fact that something did happen to him. Like, people I'm just like, that still don't mean nothing. I mean, some still could have happened. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean anything.
And I heard his assistant just died. He didn't say how.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he didn't say how. So you're absolutely right. This man, God forbid, we don't know what's going on. Like, who's looking for him? He's speaking on a really important entity. So these people got hitman behind the scenes, but I don't care what y'all believe. These people have people. These people know, okay, before these celebrities became celebrities, they were people from the hood. Most of them, not all of them. They were people from the hood, regular people like you and I, right? They know all kinds of people, drug dealers, hitmen, crackheads, other celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But once they hit a certain stature in their life, a certain level, um, they lose contact with a lot of those people. But when it comes to situations like this, they regain that contact. Hey, yo, Larry, I remember you from 20 years ago when you took a hotel. I mean, I need you. I got a bag for you. 500 down, a mil. Don't say a word because it's off with your head. You know what I'm saying? That happens all the time. Michael Jackson was taken out by a hitman. It was Conrad. It was the doctor. He was the fucking hitman. Yep. And Conrad could never admit that. He could never speak on that. I was sent by such and such. Because guess what? Him and his family going to be, he know he can't speak on that. He going to take the L, do his time, because you got caught out there for whatever it was. You was the hitman, though.
So they got all you need is a little bit extra, and baby, you gone. You know what I'm saying? Just right. A little bit extra, and that's it. That's it.
Oh man, listen, what up, Binky? It's crazy, brother, man. The way I covered the Jennifer story. And I caught hell. I was crucified all over YouTube, Instagram. They made fake stories about me. People started making content, and you name it. I went through hell covering that story, right? Still going through it. But I say that to say I understand what KERRION's going through. I understand what he's going through. I know what it is to get hell after you speaking on somebody's favorite artist. You know how many favorite fan base, you know how big Kirk's fan base is? You know how much they love Kirk? Of course.
Hey, Hotshot, I'm sorry, my bro. My volume went out in my earpods. I can't even hear you. But I appreciate it, bro. But I'm gonna be in the chat. I can't even hear what you're saying.
Go ahead, no worries. Go ahead. So I stand with Jen all day, midnight. You already know. I stand with Jen to the death of me. You dig? You heard me. You hear me? Yeah, I'm over here shouting. I'm bugging out. See, I had a little too much to drink, I think. Excuse me. I'm burping. Yeah, but yo. Come on, man. A lot of motherfuckers is quick to tear KERRION down. Let's go ahead and listen to the audio that I was telling you guys I was going to play. I would show the entire, but I can't do it because it's on my phone, like I said earlier. But we're going to go ahead and see KERRION's Instagram. He's been posting shit. He even made a post where he was showing how his posts from Instagram are getting deleted by Instagram. And I'm just like, damn, they really trying to silence him. Like, they really trying to silence this man. They don't want him speaking at all. And I'm sure Kirk got some pull with Instagram, and he probably reached out to somebody, allegedly, I'm just going to say that for the show's purpose, and said, yo, take down my son's shit. Don't let this nigga, taint my image. But this is KERRION right here. Hold on. We're going to share KERRION's Instagram, so those of you who don't know, gets a feeling of who KERRION is. All right. So this is KERRION right here, y'all. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play. I know I posted his live video, the first 45 minutes or so, just about. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you too, Midnight, man. I stand with all of y'all, and I stand with all the victims around the world, male or female, celebrity or no celebrity. If you have a story, if you're a victim, if you know the accuser, the accused, and there has been no justice, please reach out. Let me just hold on a second. If there has been no justice and you have a case, or you have a story, you have a situation where you've been victimized, you've been abused, you've been molested, assaulted, my show is always here to stand with the victims. And that's on period. That's on everything. You know what I'm saying? So definitely feel free. My supporters know how I give it up. They know how I stand for the victims. They know it's genuine. They know they ain't fake. I don't care how big the accused platform or fan base is. We're going to speak whatever we need to speak on here. So this is the call-in number for the show. You can call me or text me at this number at any time if you have a story and you're a victim and you want some kind of justice. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the audio for you guys real quick. It's 45 minutes long. We might not do the entire thing at all. We might do half. It'll be up to you guys. What up, Slim Thick Jones? What's going on? Welcome to the show. But yeah, let me go ahead and look for it real quick. Hold on. This is crazy. It's crazy what this man is going through, man. It's real crazy. It's real fucked up what America is putting this man through. What his own people, his own community and family and friend, you know what I'm saying? It's putting this man through. All right, hold on, yo. So KERRION went to his Instagram live yesterday, and he did a whole live for like about almost 2 hours or so. And we have a journalist or content creator by the name of Larry Reed, and he's done other stuff as well. He joins the live. So the two people you're gonna be hearing right now is Larry and KERRION Franklin, which is Kirk Franklin's son. All right. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. Hold on a second. All right, hold on. We getting there. Hold on, y'all.
When I feel like talking about the past.
No, that's not it. Hold on.
Larry is in here. He probably.
I don't know why this shit. All right, let me just revert to it. Hold on a second, y'all.
Okay, I get that.
Here you go.
But even your jokes, the faces you make, you're just step up to all that is in the air and in the world of creativity. And it comes, been in my business my whole life. You were born in front of the whole world. I had my own bodyguard when I was 11, 12, 13 years old. Why I'm not protected now? This how the world is treating me is showing me why I have to protect my son forever. It don't matter how much money I make, because I'm gonna have them M's, baby. Them M's coming. I'm manifesting it all, and y'all better tap in or tap out. I have a responsibility to protect my son, because they gonna try to hang him like y'all trying to hang me. Y'all, I don't care how y'all twist it. Everything I said in them posts, y'all better go through with a fine-tooth comb. I am learning from all of these experiences right now. And I'm like, wow, like they really trying to come for me knowing my daddy don't rock with me. And it's like, wow. Like people, the fake love and the fake stuff I'm seeing, like the fake leaks I'm seeing, I'm just like, wow, like you don't know me and you're lying. Like what? Like the way people are trying to lower my name, but then also act like they care. I'm talking about my family. I'm not talking about none of these other people who just like want to chime in and like make comments. That's sad to see. Especially if you ain't came to holler at me for real. Like, don't act like you know me for real. Like, everybody karma is gonna be their own. So I'm not commenting on nobody. I don't care about the Tashas and the Judases, or I don't know what his name is, but you said that dude who did that interview, his name was Judas, right? Oh, I don't know his real name. It's about the Pascal show. Yeah, Judas, or was it Peter? Was it Peter or Judas? Oh, it's about in the Bible. No, I'm talking about that. It don't matter. Next question. No, I don't know. You talking about the CJ guy? I thought you said Judas. No, his name is CJ Trajun Williams. CJ Williams. That's too many names. That's too many names. I want you to call him Judas. That's too many names. That's the guy that released the recording. I don't know nothing about that. Okay. I don't know nothing about that. And, can't nobody play me. Can't nobody play me. So you have a son? What?
You said something about my son. You talking prophetically in the future, or you presently have a son?
You see, this is where some people would get him misconstrued and say he's lying about certain shit. He said, "I will never let my son." He was speaking in reference to his dad or him being a dad. Like, I will never let my son or not defend my son out in the world. Meaning, like, why would Kirk not defend him, knowing that he's in the hot seat, knowing that he's being attacked on the internet? You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty much speaking on, if he was Kirk, he wouldn't be doing that to his son. All right. So I can see where people get misconstrued and be like, oh, well, he's backtracking. He going back on what he said. He lying. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's give the man the benefit of the doubt. Plus, he's trolling the trolls. If you really take notice in this video, he's trolling the trolls. What up? I'm truly a blessings 21. What up, sis? What up, baby? My queen. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad you made it. Let's continue listening, yo.
You my son. All y'all my son. Everybody in this room my son.
Oh, okay.
I'm daddy now. I'm daddy.
See, he being petty. He trolling.
He make us all. He our nephew. He's our uncle. Our boy.
I'm not sad enough. I've already dealt with that sadness. So regardless of what I said yesterday, regardless of what I say tomorrow, I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about truth. I don't care about lies. I don't care about illusions. I don't care about opinions. All I care about is like presenting the dopest, most authentic vibration while I'm living. That's all
I mean, my small space, he does come off as a little bit shady. He does. I'm not going to negate that. You know, I'm very fair and unbiased, but could you blame him? If I was being attacked in the media left and right by everybody because I'm speaking my truth on my daddy, I'll be shady too. Like, you know what? Fuck everybody. Like, yo, I don't care what you got to say. Fuck you. Fuck you, you too, you and your mother. I'll be shady too. I was kind of getting a little shady when they was attacking me for Jen. I felt myself changing. I felt this disgusting feeling and energy, this creepy shit inside. Like, yo, people's really trying to get me out of character. I'm about to be, and it makes it hard for you to trust people that really have your best interests at heart. When you have all these people that have backstabbed you and turn their back on you after you supported and uplifting them left and right. You know, you was bigging them up in your channel. This is me talking from my experience. I'm bigging these people up in my channel. Next thing you know, they supporting the ops and shitting on me for no reason because I'm supporting a victim. It made me look at everybody 3 and 4 times before I could actually accept their compliments. I could accept, you know, their good graces. Like it traumatizes you in a way. So this is why I say I could relate to him in a lot of things, because when it comes to this whole social media thing and, you know, being crucified, because yo, I went through it. And just the malicious shit people were saying about me. I hope you die. I hope your kids die tragically. It was so much evil shit that I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That I feel this man pain. I feel it. And they do it just because. But Hollywood is being exposed. Like I said, this is the year to expose Hollywood. And we've been seeing it left and right with T.I. We've been seeing it. You already know. But let's go ahead and continue.
Don't do. You ain't gonna never look at nothing I post and be like, that was fake. It might be wrong, but it ain't fake.
I got you.
You might not think is right, but I live righteously because God keep blessing me, and you know, I'm good. So when the tourists tell you they done, it's time to really go back and think about how many times you screwed up. It's time to really think.
No, that's the truth. I know that's the truth.
I'm the first one to be like, oh, why you ain't calling? I'm the first one, but when I'm done, you don't exist no more.
I hear you, but I still think you love your family and you want the love of your family.
And guess what? My grandmama told me I can love all of y'all with a long wooden spoon, baby.
I got that.
Because guess what? Everyone, watch this. Here's what God is speaking through me, Larry. Everyone is still not respecting God with how they're acting in the media, because if God is a God of order, like the Bible says, then it doesn't matter what the parents say. It matters what the true matriarch says, and that's the grandmothers or the great grandmother. But I never met my great grandmother, so I never got to meet my grandfather either. You know what I'm saying? He died, and I wasn't even allowed to meet him before he died. That's messed up.
Why weren't you?
Because of whatever shame and guilt is still lingering over in that household.
Oh, because of you being born.
It don't matter. Whatever happened since 2006 to where I couldn't be a front page with the crew no more. And since I'm now deemed the black sheep, hey, you know, I keep seeing posts all over the place. The black sheep become the goat. So
that's true. The black sheep always becomes the goat.
I mean, if everybody else want to curse us and everybody keep praying for my downfall, God gonna be like, everybody keep praying for me to discipline KERRION.
Amen.
So I'm gonna do something different. I feel like that's what God really said.
Amen.
Like, everybody keeps saying that KERRION need rehab and KERRION need this and that, but I'm gonna give him something else.
Did you see my interview with Denise Clark?
Denise Clark.
Of the Clark sisters, the fifth Clark sister that nobody knew about.
I know about everything that's been going on in the gospel world since I was a baby.
Okay. All right. Well, I've done an interview with her about 2 years ago, and she was deemed the black sheep. What if you would say your truth, if you can narrate truth, if you can narrow it down to a couple of.
Yo, I don't know if y'all really took notice or heed into ministry children, like, you know, pastors' children, preachers' children. They usually are the rebellions. Like they usually go against their parents' beliefs. And excuse me, I know a couple of these people that have parents that were pastors in the church and shit like that, and they were some of the biggest drug dealers in the neighborhood. I mean, some of the biggest gang members. I feel like there's a certain type of rebellion when children have parents that are pastors or some kind of leaders in a ministry, and they feel like the parents aren't even following in God's footsteps correctly, but the world is praising them. There's some kind of rebellion that comes out of that. And to me, KERRION is the prime example of that rebellion. I mean, if you know your parents are being worshipped and praised, but they're not really doing godly things behind the scenes, behind closed doors, at home, with you, with family, they're treating people differently than what they treat them on TV. And you feel like these people are being praised because they worship God, supposedly, quote unquote. You start to rebel. You start to do drugs. You start to do all kinds of stuff. You might even lie sometimes. I just don't feel whatever people want to say about KERRION and put out there, allegedly about him, make all the allegations you want. I just don't feel this man it would have to be something. I don't feel that Kirk did something so bad for this man to have to lie on him and say he got sexually assaulted subliminally, even, or say anybody and lie about anybody else in the family or family friend or in the church and say that they sexually assaulted this man and that person being another man. I feel like if Kirk did something to hurt KERRION, KERRION wouldn't use this to lie as it's a revenge or some kind of, you know what I'm saying, spite. Like, yo, out of spite, I'm gonna lie and say he did this. I don't think that would be the lie of choice. I hardly or find it really hard to believe that would be the lie of choice. My daddy sexually assaulted me, or let me just make it seem like it was my daddy and not clarify it, because allegedly that's what he's leading people to believe, that it was Kirk. Kirk is the person he speaks of when it comes to these allegations, allegedly, is what he's making it seem to the public. So, of course, you have, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're taking it to be. So I don't think that for whatever reason it is that he might be upset or disappointed with his dad, he would come out with this false accusation of being sexually assaulted by his dad if it's not true. And Kirk didn't deny the allegations either. Kirk made a statement. Kirk, your son is out here. Kirk, if you're listening, if you ever listen to the show, I don't doubt that you will. If you have a son out here that's claiming he's been sexually assaulted as a child by someone in a church, by a leader in a church, why would you not even give light to that? Why would you not even explain that? Why would you not even touch on that subject when that should be the most important topic or subject of this matter? That should be the most important thing that you touched on, Kirk. That would have been the first shit I said about my kid. Yo, my son, my daughter's out here claiming somebody sexually assaulted them. I want to know who the fuck it was. I want to know who it was so we could press charges, we could find this person. You know, in the celebrity world, you got to say so we could press charges. In the hood, a parent's going to say, so I could find this motherfucker. I want to know who did this to my son when he was a little boy. And I'm mad that as a parent, I wasn't there to protect them. I'm sad that as a leader in the ministry, I failed as a father. Is what I would have been stating. First thing on my public statement. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers gonna say carry on bugging. But motherfuckers gonna say carry on drugs. He looking for clout. If he was looking for clout, he would have got it a long time ago. His dad is Kirk Franklin. He don't need to look for clout. He is clout. What up, Pen and Pencil? Welcome to the show. He is clout. What clout he need to look for? All he got to do is come outside and be like, yo, I want to rent the room my dad, Kirk Franklin. Oh, yeah, you got the room. It's on the house. I want him to actually take you upstairs and give you a tour. He ain't got to come online and lie and say his dad sexually assaulted him or somebody in the ministry sexually assaulted him or subliminally interject that someone close to him and dear to him sexually assaulted him. He got the clout that a lot of people say he's looking for. He didn't have to go this route to get it. If you really look at a lot of the comments being made, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of closed-minded people that are putting their feelings and their love and their like for a celebrity and their fandom to a celebrity before putting morale or putting their love for a celebrity before integrity, genuosity, reality, love, family. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to really peel their eyes open and stay very, very, very vigilant. You know, I always tell y'all, stay very vigilant. And I'll tell y'all, yo, even go to the ops page, go watch what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, yo, don't promote the ops over here. Don't give them no free promo. But shit, come in my DM and tell me what they're saying. If they saying something off the wall, I don't give a fuck. If we got to address it here, we're going to address it here. And I'm addressing all these naysayers. I'm addressing all these content creators that have victim shamed, belittled, slandered, and bullied KERRION. It doesn't matter if he's 33. It doesn't matter if he's a man. He's a victim. He's a victim. And we stand for all victims. You dig? Let's continue listening to this audio a little bit more. Hold on.
In a Franklin.
Away from changing my last name. That's what I can say. That's my truth. I'm one pen signage away from changing my last name.
Wow. I'm one pen signage away from changing my last name. Wow. This is tough, man. This is tough. This young man is hurting. He's hurting. His soul is hurt. It's been through so much pain. So much pain. What up, T-Boy T? Good to see you. Ebony White, what's popping? His soul has been through so much pain. I'm gonna look for that Kirk audio where he talking about, I'm gonna kick you right in the ass, stick my foot in your skinny ass. Yo, that is not the words of a gospel singer. Excuse me, damn. This nigga give me the bubbles. Or it's not the word of a ministry leader. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for that, but let's continue.
I just don't think it matters that much. It's like it's in the back of my head, but nobody called me. You know, the more focused I've gotten and the more mature I've gotten. When I wasn't doing nothing, when I was just sleeping on my grandmama's couch back in Texas, I had all the girls. I had all of them. The moment I got focused and really began to take my life seriously, all the fake love stopped, bro. You know what I'm saying? All the fake love stopped. You know, I don't even really respond to compliments no more because it's so surface. You know, when people say you handsome, and all right, and what you gonna do? Or you just want to just spend all my monies and just like run off to the next dude. Like I don't care. I don't care about any more surface interactions because if people will lie at the surface of what they don't know, they don't deserve your sacred space, Larry.
Wow. Okay, so I got that. I get how you feel about Franklin. Now, your mom, when was the last time you physically talked to her on the phone? You told me she texted you when all this stuff happened, but she didn't call you. When the last time you talked to her?
I don't know. 5 years? 3 years?
Wait, No, you're not going to tell me that. You hadn't talked to your mama on the phone in 5 years?
The same with my daddy.
But you had to talk to your daddy within the last 5 years because that recording you said wasn't that old. That's the last time you talked to your daddy.
So in other words, Larry, if I don't talk to you for the next 5 years, and then the first time I talk to you, talk to me crazy, we're going to have a problem.
Okay.
We're going to have a problem. I like how you said that.
We're going to have a problem. You ain't finna face.
So what he's saying is pretty much he ain't talked to his parents in years. Off and on, of course. A little chat here and there, a little text message here and there. For the most part, it takes years at a time. There's gaps, years in between before they communicate and speak and be a family and be family oriented. I mean, so that's pretty much what he's saying. And then he said, yeah, he spoke to Kirk the other day. And this is the conversation they had where Kirk is cursing him out. Told him, I'm going to stick my foot up your skinny ass. So, yeah, this is what he's saying right here. Hold on. Let's hear it from his own mouth. Horse's mouth.
On me. And then the first time when we supposed to be rebuilding a relationship, you acting like, what?
When was that recording? When you talked to him and he cussed you out? When was that?
A month ago.
So it's real recent. And that was the first time in years.
Like what? How I was disrespected?
No, the first time you talked to him in years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give a specific number.
Okay.
But you know, just read between the lines of everything he said on that interview. Read between the lines.
Yeah, he did say. He did say. That's right.
Just read between the lines, and you know, all of that has definitely changed my course of action with everything.
So your mama ran to the radio station to do an interview and didn't call you?
No.
What the hell? I thought she said that she had training in trauma.
Oh, that's the problem with y'all generation. Y'all generation think everybody's supposed to believe everything that come out y'all mouth. We millennials, we need facts, homie. We need facts, homie. We need facts.
I agree with Pen and Pencil made a good comment. Says, how does the father, aka Kirk Franklin, apologize to his fan base first instead of his son? Who does that? Then you solicit your rich friends to crucify your son publicly? I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely, and it correlates with what I said a little earlier when I was like, yo, how you go on social media and you take to your platform where you got over 1 million followers on Twitter, on Instagram, and you address your son and you address everything except the allegations that he has been making. You apologize to your fans, like Pen and Pencil said, but you never apologize to your son. You are the father. You are the role model. You must lead by example, especially that you're a leader in the ministry. You must lead by example times 50, times 100. God has been expecting and will expect more of you, Kirk Franklin, as a leader in a godly ministry, in a spiritual ministry, in a religious ministry, in a religious industry, in a religious music background. As a religious and spiritual messenger of the Lord, you did not conduct yourself as you should. You did not handle that statement, that video that you made as a child of God. You did not handle that phone call you had with your son as a child of God. How can we trust you when people have the damn nerve and the audacity to say, well, Kirk, you spoke to him the way you should have. That's how every black parent speaks to their kids. How did some people, because not all, but a lot of people had the nerve to say or make a similar statement or comment when knowing damn well that's not the truth? That's how a hood person talk to their kids, don't matter what race you are. I mean, how dare you not address your son's allegations publicly since it's already public? You failed as a father. You failed as a leader in the ministry, in the community, in music. You were one of those people in music that people really held at a higher standard, that people really looked at to be pure, to be more sanctified than a lot of other people in the industry. So you failed that community as well. You failed your image. T-Boy T is absolutely correct. Let me get to your comment so I can have a little response to it. I'm truly a blessing, says, I plead the blood of Jesus all over the family situation right now. God fix it. I agree. Amen. If this happened when he was a child, how long has it been that he's had to hold this in? Exactly. And he's just bursting out in flames right now. And people is judging him for that and criticizing him for that without even knowing or being in his shoes and not knowing what he's been through. Pen and Pencil is the playing victim, bro. Sorry, because a queen. T-Boy T says, people in church don't ride on the cloud 24/7. They're human too, absolutely. And I feel like people in church are actually more tempted to sin than us regular people outside of church. I feel like the devil attacks people in church, leaders in church, a whole lot more than he attacks us, because those are the souls that are harder to, conquer. They're harder to recruit. The devil goes out recruiting souls on a daily basis. He's out there 24/7, every fucking day, every minute, every second of the fucking day. Know what I mean? So is God work harder than the devil, though. Let's never get that twisted. God work harder than the devil. So at the same time, the devil is trying to recruit these souls in the ministries and the churches that are praising God's, and preaching God's word, because there's a harder souls to get, but they have more temptation than we do. Amen to that. So somebody like Kirk is tempted 1,000 times more than we are. So Kirk, I'll give you that much. I'll give you the benefit of that. I'll cut you a little slack, because I know people in your, in your shoes, in your power, in your stature, go through the worst when it comes to being tempted by the devil. This is why it's a diabolic industry. You know what I'm saying? Regardless to what genre of music you're working on. It's a diabolic industry. You got to put out type of music that they want you to put out. You barely get to put out what you want to put out in the industry. It's always what they want you to put out. So if it's golly, please believe there's something unholy about it behind it, because it's part of the industry. And if the industry makes you A-list, makes you iconic, it makes you, you know what I'm saying, a legend, they expect you to live up to a certain conduct, and you have to live up to a certain code, and you have to live by certain protocol. But let's continue listening.
Because we young and y'all say this how it go. Nah, man, the world is changing right before y'all eyes.
Now, that's true. I agree with that.
I firmly believe that my parents, they hate how easy we get money off these phones. Y'all want us to get up and go work at a warehouse and slave labor. Baby, we jugging off these phones with our thumbs, getting racks. What you talking about?
That's the truth.
I
make thousands of dollars on my cell phone every day.
We scrolling by the thumb getting paid, and they be like, y'all don't work hard. Yes, we do. We just don't work. We just don't slave. We're not slaves no more.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's so interesting. That has really now of course
everybody in their 40s and up, Larry. You kind of cool. That's the only reason why I allowed you to come on live, because I was like, Larry seemed cool. I'll chop with Larry. But all of the adults that I know, the only facts they try to prove are certain. The only facts they try to pull are certain selective scriptures out the Bible. Never the whole book. They don't want to talk about Acts 7:48, Isaiah 5:8. They don't want to talk about certain joints that I know about. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna ask you this, and you cannot answer it if you don't want to. But this is something I knew I wanted to ask you. If what that guy played on the audio,
I got nothing to do with that. It's none of my business. I'm not gonna feed any energy into a low-life stalker who is circling around LA, looking for me in multiple places. He's like, anybody who thinks they can stalk me, manipulate me, and still get on national TV and lie, parents included, you got something else coming that ain't got nothing to do with social media. And it ain't gonna be through me. It's gonna be done legally. And if I block you and then you still trying to look for me in real time, and you don't respect my fee as a businessman, and then you want to fake everything, I'm a businessman. So if we're not doing any business together, then everything you say is null. It doesn't resonate. It's not relevant.
If that allegation was true, you would have never told us that, would you?
I'm not even going to acknowledge anything that can't come from me. I'm not going to acknowledge anything that isn't right. Because that's the only reason why I haven't done an interview yet. Everybody blowing me up for an interview right now, but ain't nobody really like what? They just want me to sit in a chair and just run my mouth and then leave?
Thank you so much, Queen Keza. We have some receipts. We have some incoming receipts in real time. Thanks to Queen Keza, everybody. Everybody thank Queen Keza real quick in the chat. She sent me some real interesting shit by Bossip, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at what the article says, what it reads, and we're going to read it together for the first time because I haven't read it yet. But I started to look at it, what it's talking about, what it entails, and it was really, 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 really interesting and disgusting. And it's about Kirk. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get that. I mean, we're going to read that. Oh, we're going to read that. I'm sorry, Kirk. We're going to read that. Yeah, we are. All right. Oh, yeah. Brace yourselves, people. Brace yourselves, because it looks like it could be a lot. It reads, Kirk Franklin says sister's sex assault triggered adult film addiction. Wow, this is sick. Hold on. If this is true, and this is by Bossip. Hold on. Here we go, yo. Here we go. I'm going to read it for y'all in case it's too small. So, chit chatter. Gospel singer Kirk Franklin says his little sister's forced sex assault triggered his freaky flick addiction. Kirk Franklin comes clean about what was behind his dirty little habit and opens up about this disturbing childhood. Kirk Franklin says his sister's sex assault triggered adult film addiction. This is disgusting, Kirk. How the fuck your sister's sexual assault is going to trigger your sexual porno addiction? Wow. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Why the fuck is not enough people talking about this right here? Hold the fuck on. Do I got to play the Oprah interview back in the day? Hold on. Let me finish reading this. It says Kirk Franklin's sister's gospel singer. I can't even finish reading this shit. Gospel singer Kirk Franklin may appear to have always been on a straight and narrow prior to confessing his addition to freaky flicks years ago. But in a recent Shade 45 radio interview on Sway in the Morning, Kirk made a few more bombshell revelations about his rough upbringing and how it shaped the not so good choices he made as an adult. It goes on to say, on his difficult upbringing and what led him to change his life. I was adopted when I was 4 by a 64-year-old lady, and we were raised up in a really difficult time. See, we were just speaking about that. We were just speaking about how a lot of this may be coming from Kirk's upbringing and Kirk's childhood. Revelations all day. Hashtag revelations in the chat, y'all. This is the year of revelations. We're exposing this demonic freaky shit. We doing it on my channel. And YouTube, thank you for the opportunity. But if you want to keep shadow banning me and not alerting my people and notifying my people when I go live, which is the reason why I don't really have as much people in here as I should, because I get a lot of complaints from my subscribers that YouTube is not notifying them. So YouTube, I don't care if you don't want me to speak on this kind of thing. I'm going to continue speaking about it. This is one of the reasons, besides uplifting my community and my people and defending victims and finding justice for people, this is one of the main reasons why I made my channel, because it does correlate with finding justice and, you know what I'm saying, exposing these demonic Illuminati people, especially the rich. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of people gonna hate me. Because I'm gonna speak on these demonic things that your faves be doing. It's not gonna go unnoticed or swept under the rug with the Hot Shot Radio Show. So yeah, let the word get out, because we gonna expose it. If you did the crime, you do the time. That's what happens to us regular civilians, don't it? If we sexually assault somebody, if we go out there and rape, or we go out there and kill or rob, we get punished by law, by physical and spiritual law, don't we? So you got to get punished by spiritual and physical war as well. What up, Deeper Than Skin Deep? You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the same type of price and consequence. You're not bigger or better than we are, because you got more money and power. All right. And that's what we're going to make sure about here on the Hot Shot Radio Show. Yeah, this is real deep. I'm going to continue reading, though, because this is real deep and disgusting. Gospel singer Kirk Franklin may appear to have always been, okay, I read that. So he did a recent Shade 45 radio interview on Sway in the Morning. Kirk made a few more bombshell revelations about his rough upbringing and how it shaped the not so good choices he made as an adult. On his difficult upbringing and what led him to change his life. I was adopted when I was 4 years old by a 64-year-old lady, and we were raised up in a really difficult times, standing in the line, getting the block cheese, getting the tough jeans and everything I had. A sister that had a real bad drug problem, and she spent over a decade in prison and prostitution. So, you know, we lived that life, and it was a difficult life. When I was 15, my dude got killed, and when he got killed, that's when I got closer to faith and developed my own relationship with the Lord. but we still lived there. And so at 17, I got a young lady pregnant and dropped out of high school. For about a couple of years, was sleeping in the car and, kind of got a little bit in a little bit of trouble. Had to spend some nights locked down. So while my faith life is the thing that changed me, I still didn't change who I was as far as how I look or talk, because I don't think that's what people should do. God looks at the character of your hearts and not how you look or talk. This guy has one drama-filled backstory. Hit the flip to hear Kirk reveal what led to him become addicted to freaky flicks. On this freaky flick addiction, when I was a kid, there was some abusive stuff kind of happened in our family when I was a little boy. My little sister, there was some forced sex and some things that happened in our family, and there were some ugly images that we got introduced to as kids. This is Kirk, y'all. Kirk is saying this around the age of 8. And so from about the age of 8 to about the age of 29, I struggle with that, just not only pornography, but also being very promiscuous. Say what you will about Kirk Franklin, but he's definitely an open book when it comes to sharing his own struggles. And this was just the beginning. Check the interview below to hear more of the gospel music guru, including how he paid for an abortion as a teenager, why he keeps his street swag even after changing his lifestyle, and more. Let's go ahead and see.
This is sway.
In the morning.
Shake it. Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
Not only is he, getting this positive energy and positive messaging now, he's a great entertainer. Welcome to the show, Kirk Franklin, ladies and gentlemen. Hey.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you as well, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely, man. You know what's interesting about you, Mr. Franklin, if I will.
Please.
Kirk. Okay,
yes, sir.
Is when you meet, when I was growing up in the church, I grew up. I went to Bethel Baptist Church in Oakland, California, as a kid, and people who was on the pulpit or people who was preaching the word were a little intimidating to me. As I was growing up, I always, it was always that fear factor, and then, you always had to be on your best behavior,
which is unfortunate, but go ahead.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you always had to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
And
which is unfortunate.
Yeah. And then you meet Kirk Franklin, and man, your swag, your style is better than mine right now. I mean, I see your shoe game is ridiculous right now with the jeans and then the sweater and the top, and you're very relatable.
Call it the top. He called it the top.
I'm sorry. What's
Gucci? Like I'm a grown man.
Okay,
but no. The fact is I'm a grown man, but I got a top on.
That's funny.
That's funny.
But I felt like you were like one of the first to do that. Like when I saw you on stage, man, you could have been in the early days. You could have been in anybody's hood.
Yeah,
but then you were on stage. Did you do that on purpose?
No, because I was in anybody's hood, man. I was adopted when I was 4, about 64-year-old lady, man, and we were raised up, in really, really difficult times, standing in line, getting the block cheese, getting the,
So he's pretty much saying what I just read, and he's stuttering like a motherfucker. Why nobody questioning why he's stuttering? Why he's stuttering? Everybody want to question why KERRION stuttering. He sounds just like his daddy. Apple don't fall too far from the tree, y'all. Just like I said earlier. But let's continue listening. Oh, what did I do?
Tommy called me this morning.
What did I do? Let's continue listening.
Getting the tough, jeans and I had a sister that had a real bad drug problem, spent over a decade in prison, prostitution, and so we lived that life, and it was a difficult life, and I was 15, and my dude got killed, and when he got killed, that's when I got close to faith, and that's when I really, just developed my own relationship with the Lord, man, and so we still live there, and at 15 I got a young lady, 17 got a young lady pregnant, dropped out of school, and for about a couple of years was sleeping in the car, and kind of got into a little bit of trouble, had to spend some nights, kind of locked down a little bit. So, my faith life is the thing that changed me, and I didn't change who I was, as far as I guess how I walk, look, or talk, but I don't think that that's what people should do, you know, and that's not what I was taught. And I had some really good people teach me when I really started getting, you know, trying to be serious about, you know, a young righteous dude, man, that, you know, man, it's like, you know, God looks at the character of your heart. It doesn't matter about, and really a lot of them suits and stuff you're talking about. Yeah. I didn't rock them because I couldn't afford them, you know, you know, and I just felt more comfortable, you know, being, you know,
I don't know. Listen, something about Kirk. I feel like, yeah, he's felt God's presence in his life before. I really do feel that. But another part of me feels like he has strongly also felt Satan's presence. And a part of me feels like he leaned a little bit more towards Satan's route of things when it comes to like materialistic things, when it comes to the fame, and you know, a lot of this shit really got to his head. Like he's clearly stating that he's, you know, a changed man in terms of following in God's footsteps, but he still speaks and talks and dresses and looks the same way he did back in the day when he was in the hood. So I feel like a part of me, you know, a part of Kirk leads me to believe like you still appealing to the hood image. You're still appealing to that, or you're glorifying that Hollywood rap style, or that Hollywood, you know, rich man, or, you know, that show off. Is you're glorifying that type of image. You're glorifying that type of mindset, and it goes against, in the contrary of what you're representing when it comes to your music, and when it comes to what you say you stand for and you believe in. So I feel like it contradicts, and not just because of the way you dress. I mean, you've been vocal that you are still talking, looking, and dressing the same way you did back in the day. But I feel like your actions speak louder than words. I feel like not just you being vocal, you've showed us that you lean more towards the worldly things than you do towards God. Not, listen, don't crucify me. Yo, we back. My fault. This shit fucking up over here. I don't know what's going on, but we back. So I feel like, you know, I feel like he's leaning more towards the worldly things than. I'm sorry, I'm back, y'all. Yeah, man, they don't want us talking. They don't want us talking. Makeup lover, what up? This is my first time seeing you, makeup lover. Welcome to the show. I'm back. Let's continue listening before they cut me off, because I know they don't like what I'm saying right now.
The kid that's, you know, that kind of was dancing on the cardboard box.
I think
that's who I was,
and I think that's important, because you look at people who are in church, and you think everybody is, you know, pure and without flaw, and without sin, and you strive. I was always taught to strive for divinity, but along the path, you know, you might go astray. I remember reading something, and tell me if it's incorrect, but I remember reading something you said in an article about you had an addiction to porn.
Yeah. Yes, I was raised. Not only that, man, is that, you know, there was some incest in our family when I was a kid. There was some abusive stuff that, you know, that kind of happened in our family. I was a little boy, you know, and
shout out to Pen and Pencil for the $16 super chat, saying always keep it real and uplifting. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate the love and support you guys, you know, give me and give the channel. This is our channel collectively. Like I've always said from day one, we're rising and we're growing together. You dig? We're going to the top together. Shout out to all of you in the channel right now, in the chat right now. KERRION Franklin is going down, says Pamela Hurt. I believe he could be. He just, if KERRION has some type of concrete evidence or proof of his allegations, then yeah, there could be some legal action taken against Kirk.
You know, with and like I said, my little sister, you know, there was some, you know, some rape and some things that happened in our family, and there was some ugly images that we got introduced to as kids, around about the age of 8. And so from about the age of 8 to about the age of 29, you know, I struggled with that, just not only pornography, but also being very promiscuous, got into a lot of trouble,
Yeah, I seen how he skimmed through pornography, right? Just not only pornography, but very like, yo, slow down. What you mean just not only pornography? What you mean? You ran right through that shit. Speed racer. So we can all see here, and this is the first time I'm seeing this interview with Slade. We can all see that Kirk also has a troubled past, a troubled childhood. He's giving us details. He's sharing some of his pain. But some of the things he's saying is very troubling. But let's continue.
At 15, paid for an abortion and, got into a lot of trouble as a kid, man. I got into a lot of trouble and a lot of it was, trying to find that missed love. I think, once I started,
I just want to say this because he just said I got into a lot of trouble. Keywords, emphasizing on this. I got into a lot of trouble as a kid, right? He just said this straight out his mouth, right? So, Kirk, if you've been through these experiences as a kid, as a child, it makes you seem like an experienced parent, or at least you should be at this point. You're also a leader in the ministry. Why would you not treat this situation with your son with any kind of sympathy, empathy, or sensitivity if you know that you yourself have done a lot of bad things in the past as a kid and has been through a troubled childhood? If you notice, why have you turned your back on your son? Why is your son all of a sudden this big rebellion? Why is your son all of a sudden the devil in your eyes? Because the way you spoke to him that day on that audio, it was like you were speaking to the devil, to a stranger in the street. Like you was ready to whoop his ass. You said, I will snap, I will break your motherfucking neck. Yup. You said, I will break your motherfucking neck to your son. Could you imagine? I don't think I would ever find the courage to say those words to any of my parents, let alone to my kids. Could you imagine if your kids don't even make it home the next day? I could see you saying, I'm gonna beat your ass. Boy, girl, if you don't sit there, I'm gonna whoop your ass, I'm gonna fuck you up. All right, cool. If that's the way you talk and you say, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass, instead of beat your ass, you use I'm gonna fuck you up. All right, cool. For you to say, I will break. And it wasn't just what he said, it was how he said it. I will break your motherfucking neck. Or I will break your fucking neck. It wasn't what he said, it's how he said it. It wasn't just what he said. For a man of God to claim he's changed his ways, I ain't seen nothing godly about that. I ain't seen nothing godly about that. I'm gonna find them. I'm gonna find them clips. I got them somewhere. I'm gonna get them. I thought this was a little bit more important, but yeah, I'm gonna find them clips. I believe KERRION has some up on his Instagram, so I'll go ahead and look while we finish listening.
Trying to get right, and I would go to counseling and everything. When I was in my early 20s, trying to find that love that I missed from mom, because I still know my mom.
Yeah.
And I think it's worse when a kid is adopted and they still know their parents versus when a kid is adopted and they don't know their biological, because it's almost like a sword that never heals. You know what I mean? Because you always living with, why we're not good enough for you, and it just affected me more than it did somebody else, because I would see my real mother every now and then, and she would lie and say she would come get me and take me to the fair, take me to the carnival, and me and my sister, man, I'll never forget one day, me and my sister got all dressed up because she said she's gonna come get us, and we sat on the corner of the street and counted every car that drove by, because we were looking for her Monte Carlo, and every car that came by that was looking close, we thought it was mom's, and she never showed up and came, and took us to that carnival. And so my sexual lifestyle as a young man was really out of control, and I was just trying to find, just trying to grab onto something that looked like something, and I struggled a lot with it, man. And I just
how crazy did it get? Were you dealing with prostitutes or? No,
because I was too young. I didn't, but just being very promiscuous. Just living out of control and just trying to find that love relationship, and and just messing up a lot, you know. And so I'm really grateful for God's grace and for my wifey, man, you know, man, my wife saved my life, my dude, man. You know, she's a soldier, she's a beautiful woman, she's a powerful woman, and she didn't take no junk from me. She's like, look, I know what you got, you know, going on in your life. If me and you're gonna be forever, you need to clean all that up. And I had to call, you know, relationships and say, look, I'm getting married, you know, boom, 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 you know.
You had to call and tell the folks.
Yeah, man, you know. And it's so unfortunate because, you know, when I look back, you know, over that, and you know, it's like, it's unfortunate that so many young men have to continue that cycle of hurting our sisters because we don't have other men to let us know that, listen, when you lay with a woman, you just don't lay with her, you lay with her spirit. You know what I'm saying? And you create soul ties all over the place. And, you know, a lot of dudes think, you know, they're trying to figure, you know, you meet dudes, you wonder why they're crazy. Well, they're crazy because they run into a whole bunch of crazy people, you know, and you look at a lot of women and see that they're crazy because they didn't, you know, they lay down with a whole bunch of crazy dudes. And it's like, because, you know, when you lay down with a person, you also lay down with the essence.
You
know?
You talked
dig
about
it, right? Y'all dig that?
Yep. You're talking about being promiscuous. You never crossed the, like, it was always it was never same sex.
No, man, I always was, you know, looking for that love with wife, you know, from moms. You know what I mean? You know, always looking for that love relationship.
You stuttering over there, Kirk. Come on now. He said that, was it same sex or not? Yes, a yes or no question, Kirk. Fuck you mean? I always with you know, wifey. Kirk, is it yes or no? Have you slept with dudes or not? Has it always been with women, same sex? Yes or no? Simple. Yes or no? I don't know. Hold on, let's go back to that.
Always, it was never same sex.
No, man, I always was, you know, looking for that love with wife, you know, from moms. You know what I mean? You know, always looking for
you
that
know, no, we don't know
relationship, you know, with moms in my life, and you know, and still don't have it. You know, and my real mother lives in the same city that I live in, and we never see each other.
I want to ask you about that, though. It's been a lot of controversy in the church about same-sex marriage. I want to get your viewpoint on it, okay? Kirk Franklin is here.
It's Sway in the morning.
Oh, man, Kirk.
45.
Kirk Franklin. It sucks to see that your legacy is going to be tarnished this way, but you brought this upon yourself. It's the past repeating itself. Thank you, Keza. It couldn't have been said no better. This is what we're looking at right here, people. Allegedly, is a case of the past repeating itself. It's history repeating itself. Is generations of abuse repeating itself. A lot of times when people are abused, they don't know how to raise their own kids, their own offspring, without abusing them. Not always the case. This is not always the case. But a lot of the time, that's the case. And we could be looking at one of those cases right now in plain sight. Because I know I got a lot of supporters that are victims and they would never do what has been done to them, to their kids. I know that. And I have a lot of those supporters that are watching me that because of their experiences and what they've been through, they would never repeat or do the same to their kids. So I know those people do exist. But then we have the people that like to repeat what was done to them or don't know any better. They just didn't grow past their pain or their level of upbringing. And they taught their kids the same thing that they were taught. These people never got help. They never got no kind of counseling, no kind of professional help. So, of course, then you have the celebrities that they were more concentrated and concerned and focused on their lifestyle and their profession than they were on their parenting and bringing up their kids and teaching their kids right from wrong and teaching them morals and values. A lot of the times, these celebrities don't even raise their own kids. These kids are with the nannies and all that and the maids half the time, most of the time. These celebrities are out on tours and traveling the world and doing video shoots and movie shoots. music videos and interviews and magazine shoots. He ain't got no time for no kids. And when they do finally have the time with the kids, it don't be a good time. It be, yo, this is how I was brought up. This is what I was taught. You got to do things this way. And when this is done to you, you got to shut the fuck up and not tell nobody. They repeat history. And KERRION said on his live, I'm free now. I'm free. I feel free. Because these people, they feel incarcerated. They feel like they can't speak to nobody. This is their way. This is what all they know. This is what they grew up learning. What up, Cocoa Butter Barbie? What up, Melanin? What's going on, people? What up, So Uniquely? So this is what they were taught, right? Let me see if I can find that audio where Kirk was talking about I'm gonna stick my foot up your ass and this, that, and third. Let me see if I find it for those of you that have not heard it yet. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. So okay. It's still it. He still got his shit. I thought KERRION took down some of his shit because I was about to say, yo, he took down the videos, but nah, he still got his Instagram up. If you guys don't know his Instagram, it is, let me go ahead and get it. It is KERRION, KERRION, Rashad, RASHAD. All right, KERRION Rashad. He took off the last name Franklin. Let me see if this is one of the audios with Kirk. Hold on. Nah, this is not it. Let's see. I think I got one. Hold on. All right, let me share this real quick so y'all can see what I'm talking about right here. All right, here we go.
Can't any conversation lead back to my health and my wealth? That's not true.
That's Kirk. That's Kirk. The real loud, squeaky voice is Kirk. And the one that said that's not true is KERRION. Allegedly. But yeah, we can all tell who it is.
Prove it. Why can't we prove it?
I'll take that back. It's not allegedly. It is them. This is the audio Kirk was referring to when he went on his platform and addressed it. So yeah, this is them.
You quit therapy. You quit therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy and the cops will call. If y'all were godly men, y'all wouldn't be talking to me like this. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. This ain't godly. The last time we talked, KERRION, the last time we spoke, you told me that, what's so funny? I want to know what's so funny. We over there laughing. We went through this whole conversation. He don't have no relationship with his oldest son, and he over there laughing. Can't any conversation lead back to my health and my wealth? How about your health and wealth has always been a consideration, but you don't. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. When I say I give you answers, prove it. Why can't we prove it? You quit therapy. You quit therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy. You put your hands on me in therapy and the cops will call. If y'all were godly men, y'all wouldn't be talking to me like this. This ain't godly.
All right, y'all heard that, right? So here go a post that KERRION also posted. Says from Instagram, your post goes against our community guidelines. We removed your post because it goes against our guidelines and on violence and incitement. If you post something that goes against our guidelines again, your account may be deleted, including your post, archive, messages, and followers. Post removed for violence and incitement. I not once heard KERRION use violence in any of his videos. I have not once heard KERRION say, I'm going to fuck anybody up. I'm going to kill anybody. I didn't hear him say that. So it's clear that they're trying to silence this man. They're trying to silence him. And usually when people try to silence somebody, it's because there's some truth out there. There's something that they don't want coming out to the light. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, because there was another one that I'm trying to find. But yeah, if y'all go to his page, y'all could pretty much see. I think this is the other one. Hold on. He's been posting some shit.
Off a piece of paper. Okay, if you think I'm reading this paper, let me say it like this. When your bitch ass starts disrespecting, that get your skinny motherfucking ass back out the goddamn way before I put my foot in your ass. Because I dare you. I dare you. I dare you.
Wow. Wow. That's Kirk talking to KERRION. That's Kirk. So who's threatening who? Who's threatening who? Kirk is the one threatening him. Kirk's the one using violence. Why the fuck, Instagram, you ain't doing your due diligence? Yo, I'm sorry, and they might shadow ban me for life, but I'm getting a little bit disappointed in most social media platforms. But why y'all not doing your due diligence and finding out what his video really entails and is talking about? He's talking about somebody else threatening him. Why are you trying to threaten him to delete his account? Go delete the accused person's account. Let's continue listening.
I dare you. Shut the fuck up. I'm old.
You see, KERRION didn't tell him to shut the fuck up. He's repeating what he said. Like, what? Shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like a little bit shocked. Like, you telling me to shut the fuck up? Like that. He's not telling him to shut the people love to spin shit though. But let's continue.
What's up?
I did it.
I will break your neck, nigga. Don't you ever disrespect me. There's the fucking epitome and prime example of the abuse that KERRION has had to endure his whole life. This is the abuse is right there. It's right here. This is only a small portion of it though. And it's so hard for people to believe. But this is the type of abuse that KERRION has had to endure his whole life. And we got, our community has the nerve to turn their backs on somebody like KERRION just because other things that he may have said in the past don't seem truthful or don't seem to add up. Has nothing to do with what he's been through and the abuse he's taken from his family, from his loved ones. Let's continue.
He just hung up the phone. I'll break your neck. Is that a threat?
Off a piece of paper.
All right. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, so we heard it here. Y'all heard it for yourselves. I'm glad that I got a woke group of people that support me to the fullest. I love y'all to death. To the death of me, man. Well, this is for life. I'm your friend forever, like Chucky, you dig? But I love y'all to death, man. And I'm glad that y'all woke. And I hope that you guys can keep waking people up. If you go to any of their chats and you hear any naysayer say anything different or try to negate what we just saw and spoke on today, I need you guys to do your due diligence and stick up for the victims wherever you at, because that's what integrity is about. It's not what you can do in front of the public. It's what you can do about it behind closed doors. When no one's watching, when you feel no one's watching, God is watching. There's a God out there. And that's why we see a lot of people's karma play right out in front of our faces. We see a lot of people's truth being revealed. And we've seen a lot more justice when it comes to the spiritual warfare that we're all dealing with. The devil was really slaying motherfuckers for a long time because a lot of people was not praising our Lord. A lot of people was not congregating. A lot of people was not worshiping. A lot of people was not praying. There was so much evil and hurt and violence and drugs and prostitution and all kinds of just things that were tainting our world. And listen, that prostitution is a whole nother talk. You know, some people gotta do what they gotta do for their family, whatever the case is. But I'm just saying, there's an abomination in the world right now. And I think God is cleansing it. He's recycling it. So he's gonna be, you know, cleaning house. A lot of people in power with money, fame, richness are out here misleading God's people. And God is not happy. He's not content. Makeup Lover, I think he had probably 1 or 2 videos taken down. I'm not sure which ones, but I know he did a live video, which is what I uploaded before this live, and I'm about to upload part 2. But he did a live. I got most of it. I'll upload part 2 after this live, which is I'm about to end in a few minutes. But I'm not sure exactly which videos it was, because I think he was gonna take down the live that he made yesterday, regardless to it. So yeah, y'all go ahead and follow him, show him support. He's getting a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, backlash, bullying, you name it. With that being said, this is what I preach. Not all blood is thicker than water. Cut that fucking cancer out. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Y'all stay woke out here. Facts. Pen and pencil. Thank you all for the super chats. God don't sleep. Amen, Pamela. Thank you all for tuning in. Hotshot, do you know what video was taken down? Oh, I read that. I don't think this was fair. KERRION knew the conversation was being recorded. I think KERRION held back because it was being recorded. Not saying that what Kirk did was right. I wouldn't talk like that. Yeah, regardless of what, bottom line. Sport Brat, what's up? What's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. Regardless of what and what's going on, and what being that Kirk KERRION was recording Kirk made America to believe, made the world to believe that he will never speak in such manner to his children or to anybody, let alone his son. He played a certain role in front of the cameras for us. So yeah, it's fucked up for us to see that, regardless of how human he is. That's not, you know what I'm saying, the standard for him. It's just not. So he need to step down if he can't live up to that standard. Bottom line, he need to step down. But yeah, if you missed it, definitely hit the replay, Spoiled Brat. There's a lot of information for you to, you know, look over and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody once again, man. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a blessed night. You guys don't forget to wear your mask. Keep your hand sanitizers in your purses and pockets. Man, purses, merces, whatever the fuck you got. What up, Rico the Brat? What's going on, bro? Listen, y'all stay safe. That shit's still out here. It's real, man. Don't be caught up like them Floridians out there partying left and right, man. People still dropping out here. You heard? So y'all stay safe, stay blessed, stay protected, and stay prayed up. You dig? Thank you, Kez. I appreciate you, baby. So you stay prayed up as well, Queen. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next flick. You dig?